Loose Cannon Lopez from California. Is there a bigger fan of this show than Loose Cannon Lopez? Shout out to John, one of my biggest supporters. He's got a question about Ric Flair's first run in WWE. Says, I know with all the impressive first-year runs for guys like Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Yokozuna, Sheamus, Brock Lesnar, all winning the WWE Championship after their debuts in the company. My question is this. Since this Sunday is the 28th anniversary of the 1992 Royal Rumble, which, in fact, it is January 19, 1992. That was the date of the Royal Rumble that year. He says the 92 Rumble with Ric Flair winning and becoming the undisputed champion, wouldn't he have to be considered on the list of best first-year runs in WWE since he won the title 4 months after his debut? Absolutely. Absolutely. From even before the time that he debuted on Primetime Wrestling with Bobby Heenan, they were hyping his arrival up like it was a big deal. Bobby had the big gold belt on television, flashing it every single week. This was before Flair even set foot in the company. And in his first 2 months in that company, he already had 2 different feuds going simultaneously, one with Hulk Hogan and the other with Roddy Piper. First Royal Rumble match for this guy. He enters at number 3, goes all the way to the end, wins the Rumble and the championship, and then co-headlines his very first Wrestlemania against Randy Savage. Now, he won the title a second time in his first year, so he actually won the title twice. But really, aside from that, I mean, once WrestleMania was over, WrestleMania 8, he really didn't do that much for the rest of the year. He wasn't even wrestling on the SummerSlam card at Wembley Stadium. So I can't put him at the top of the list, but absolutely he deserves to be recognized on that list. AJ Styles is on there. Talk about great first years. And I wasn't convinced that he would have one, but he did. Kane. I think Kane deserves to be on there as well, somewhere on that list. You know, you could even put Ronda Rousey on that list. Going from that excellent debut she had at WrestleMania 34 to headlining WrestleMania 35, winning the Women's Championship in between, and really being the reason why we got that Evolution pay-per-view, that first ever women's pay-per-view, because without her, I don't think the women get their own pay-per-view. In fact, Ronda was gone the rest of the year last year, and guess what? No Revolution pay-per-view, or Evolution, whatever the fuck they called it. No Evolution pay-per-view. That's not a coincidence. So, Rousey had a great first year, but the 2 names that are on top of the list, whenever you want to talk about great WWE debut rookie years, okay, we're just talking WWE here. Because you expand that out, you could talk about Goldberg and WCW. Just limiting it to WWE. You talk about best rookie year ever. There's only 2 names as far as I'm concerned in the top 2 spots in contention for number 1 and number 2. And that's Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. And I myself over the years have gone back and forth on who I think should be in the number 1 spot. But I've pretty much in the last few years, I've settled into who number 1 should be. I did a buy or sell on this a few years ago on the podcast, and my answer has not changed. It's Brock Lesnar. Nobody has had a more impressive rookie year in WWE history than Brock Lesnar. Kurt Angle had a great rookie year. He won the European title. He won the Intercontinental title. He was the Euro Intercontinental Champion. He won the King of the Ring tournament. He headlined multiple pay-per-views. He beat The Rock to win the WWE title. But Brock Lesnar, you look at what this guy has done. Brock Lesnar won the King of the Ring, just like Kurt did. But he beat Hulk Hogan on television. He beat Ric Flair on television. He beat The Undertaker on pay-per-view. He beat The Rock, funny enough, just like Kurt did, to win his first WWE Championship, the undisputed title. He won the Royal Rumble match in his very first year. And then right at the 1-year mark, to cap off this whole first year, he beat Kurt Angle to win back the championship in the main event of WrestleMania. How do you top that? You don't. That's why Brock Lesnar is number 1 on the list of best rookie years ever in WWE history.